Yes, y'all. You know what it is. It's them kids and wives and 925s, but we are still married to the games. Episode 334. All up in your ear holes.
Woo.
It's your boy, Gabe Patillo. Hopefully, Tim Router, Ed Placencia, and Chris McCracken, of course. And as always, we are talking games and life and games.
There you go.
Wait for it.
Thank you guys so much for being here and being one with us in the podcast. We love all you guys out there.
Yeah.
Chris McCracken.
Yes.
Tell me something good. Bow, wow.
Wow. I'm still alive. That's good
Yes.
news.
Definitely good news.
Things are good here after a little bit of a busy week last week at work. This week it's not been slow, but it's kind of somewhat back to normal-ish, so that's cool.
Not too bad.
A little bit hectic as we reach here towards the end of the week because we're getting ready for some more stuff that we're going to be handling next week. So we're like just the lull between two jobs that we were working on. This past weekend had a good, easy, like take it easy on Saturday. But then we had on Sunday we went over to a friend's Super Bowl party, which he's hosted the Super Bowl for us. I think this is the third or fourth time. So a bunch of our friends got gathered together there, and that was a lot of fun hanging out with the friends because the game wasn't really all that great.
Yeah.
So
unless you're big on defense.
Yeah. Well, I mean, let's say by halftime, I still think even people who are into defense were like, all right, can we get some score here? I mean, come on now.
I know they are the second highest scoring team in the league at this point. The Rams were.
Exactly. So, I mean, but, it was what it was. Patriots win again. Oh, big deal. I mean, I feel like I will say this. All year long, I've been telling my friends, I'm just not buying the Rams. And after they beat the Saints, I was like, well, shoot, I guess I got to buy in. And then that's when they
barely
decided to lay
beat
an
the
egg.
Saints.
Yes, true.
They
but
shouldn't
still,
have really.
I didn't even think I thought they were going to have no chance against the Saints. And then they beat them. I was like,
gotcha.
well, geez, I must be way off. And then that's when they decided to lay an egg when I finally come around. So I'm like,
Well,
all right,
shut my
geez.
mouth, as
Exactly.
Chris McCracken has said before.
Exactly. That's what I was thinking. And then on Monday, so get this. We're at work on Monday. Stacey and I will chat, while we're at work, throughout the day or whatever. But we live in different areas, or we work in different areas, excuse me. And it just dawns on me.
With you guys?
Yeah, everything's going fine. So I just happened to, at one point, it's the middle of the day, getting close to lunchtime. So I pick up my phone and I'm going to check, Instagram, the different social medias, just flip around.
You can say your battery life is fine.
No, it was on the charger, so I knew it was all good. And I'm flipping through Instagram and I see one of the singer-songwriter artists that we really like to follow on there. And he had posted some image and he's like, great show in Houston last night, on our way to Dallas. And that's when I'm like, holy crap, I forgot he's coming to town, and I already purchased tickets. And if I had not looked at Instagram, I would have totally forgot. And
Oh, no, who was it?
His name's William Fitzsimmons. He's like a little folk singer. He's been around a long time, but he's never gotten like massively huge, so he always plays these really small venues. So it's really cool concerts that we really enjoy going to.
Oh, that's
so
cool.
I'm texting her real fast. I'm like, oh my gosh, that concert's tonight. So we're like scrambling because we had gym class and all this other stuff. And we need to go home, make sure we had time to go home and feed Ellie so she wouldn't starve all night and all this crazy stuff.
Sheesh.
And then we still made it to the concert with plenty of time. And we got there, I think the doors opened like at 7. And we were one of, 6 or 7 people right there at the front of the line. And we just got like a front row seat and had an awesome show. It was amazing.
Sick.
Dude, that's awesome.
He doesn't usually have an opening act, but he did this time. And doggone it, I just know right when I say it, I forget their name. They're like Sam and Jim or something like that. It's just 2 people's names is the name of the group. Yeah. But they actually were pretty good. And they're from...
At least they tried.
They're from California, I think. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I'd never heard of them before, but they did a good enough job. And then the show, the headliner, was awesome and amazing. So that was a lot of fun.
Very nice.
On the gaming front... Yes, I played Overwatch. I always do. That's probably just going to always be a thing that I do.
Nice.
So I played some Overwatch. I did get to jump into the Anthem beta, open beta this past weekend.
Oh, good.
Sweet. How'd you like it?
And so I played, I think, a little bit on Friday and then a little bit on Saturday.
And
when I was in the game, I enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
There wasn't much issue. Like, I'd never ran into that issues that they were having the week prior where you would go in and you couldn't get in.
Right.
I could get in fine, but we would do these missions, which I don't know their official names, but basically if you had played Destiny, they were missions that I kind of likened to a strike. Like, you go through, you do a few tasks, and then at the end there's like a boss person
stronghold
you
or
gotta
something
fight.
like that.
Yeah, something like that. There were... I think I only ever finished 1, maybe 2 strongholds, because all the other times we would get to the final boss and about halfway through the fight, it would kick me out. So there was definitely still issues and things that I ran into, but when I was playing and when I was playing in the world, which was, I would say, most of the time, I had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So it felt really good to me. I agree that the guns may not feel necessarily like they have quite the weight and everything that like a first-person game would.
Yeah.
But I kind of expected that because I don't feel like third-person stuff ever feels super strong. So to
That's
me,
true.
it was more about as long as they don't feel horrible, and as long as the movement of the characters feel fine, and flying around in the javelin and doing all that felt great to me.
Yeah.
So I'm definitely going to go ahead and purchase it.
Really? Yeah.
Ooh,
Nice.
got
I mean,
him.
I was already planning to do it anyways, but I kind of, since I hadn't pre-ordered yet, I was like, well, I want to try it because I miss playing Destiny, and I don't really, at this point, I don't want to go back to Destiny because there's just too many things that they've done that I'm not particularly happy with, so I'm trying to vote with my wallet and blah, blah, blah. So it's got enough of that Destiny hook, it seemingly, into it. Now, we'll just have to see. I am a little bit nervous about, how rocky is it going to be at the start?
Yeah.
Because, clearly they've had some technical issues. And even technical issues aside, like the end game stuff, you didn't really get a good view of what exactly that's going to be when you're in the game. Now, I didn't play I didn't do to the level cap. I think they were open level 10 to 15. I didn't get to 15. I think I got to 13 or something like that. So I never even unlocked a second javelin suit or whatever. But I had enough fun with just the basic one, whatever is Ranger or something. And I was like, okay, I see what they're doing here, and I feel like this is something I could get into.
Yeah.
How'd you feel about the flying?
It took me a little bit to get used to figure it all out between like flying and hovering and all that, and how it just bursts right into it. But then once I got the hang of it, I kind of liked it.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I like the ability to float too and move around and still be able to shoot. That was really cool.
Yeah. Do you think it should be infinite?
I mean, when I saw that there was like you could overheat, I did think that was a little stupid. Now, there's ways to get around it. Like if you fly close to the water, it keeps it cool so you can fly longer or different things like that. So there's some kind of ways around it. But yeah, I did think that was a little goofy. I don't know. I don't understand how that would be game breaking because when you're in a boss area, you're not going to fly away. I mean, I mean, maybe if you keep flying around, it would make you too hard for the AI to kill you. I don't know. There's got to be some OP reason why they made that to where it has like a timer on it. But yeah,
I thought they did it because of PvP.
Yeah, that's true.
They didn't want it different in.
Was that even part of the beta? Because I didn't see.
I didn't see that.
Okay,
I didn't see that either.
I mean, if there is going to be PvP, that could definitely be a consideration for something.
But I really would have liked. I was the same as you. I was like, oh, this runs out. I'm like, oh, you know what I mean? Like if it's not going to be real fuel anyway,
Right.
Yeah.
like you know what I'm saying.
Well, they were cheeky and about like, oh, you're overheating. You're not running out of it. You're overheating. I was like, okay, sure. Just I can't fly anymore. That's the point.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
So we'll have to see. Maybe there'll be perks or things you can equip where it's like you can fly longer or something. I don't know. And I'm not 100% sure. It seemed like the loot drops at the end of the mission. I thought that was a little weird. I'm used to just Destiny where loot kind of drops throughout. I mean, you do have things that drop at the end, but you can also see things drop throughout sometimes, like with the engrams and whatnot. And so that was a little bit different, but not like a big deal or anything.
The only streams I watched were people playing on PC. And so I don't know if it's a PC only thing or if it's across the board, but when they were flying, in order to, instead of just flying, they had to kind of like point their reticle ahead of where they wanted to go. Is that on the console as well?
No, I mean, I
Okay,
felt great
good.
to me. I had heard there was some weirdness with flying on PC, but I didn't know the specifics of what that was, and I hadn't watched any streams.
I saw that, and I was like, if that's a console thing, I would definitely not.
No, it just felt like what you would think. Like you just move it around, and it just flies that direction kind of thing. Felt fine to me. I really enjoyed it. And then the other thing that I've been playing last night and then tonight before we started recording
Come on,
is
baby.
the new Apex Legends that
Oh,
dropped.
nice. How is it?
I'm really enjoying that.
Really?
Come on, Chris.
Yeah, which is
Come on,
crazy
Chris.
because in theory, I should have a problem with it because it's basically
No.
Titanfall, but without the Titans. And it's just like the way that Call of Duty, because Titanfall and Call of Duty basically feel the same. It's just one had big mechs and the other one didn't. They're kind of the same thing. But I really love, I don't know what the ping system where you can say, like, I'm going here, there's a loot box, or hey, this thing's over here, and you can chat with each other without actually having to be on the comms if for some reason somebody doesn't have a mic.
Come on, Chris.
It's really, really good.
Really?
The guns feel great, which all the guns in Titanfall felt pretty good. It does, I do feel, because it feels so much like Titanfall, occasionally I'll run by a building and feel like I can run up and wall run, and you can't do that.
Yeah.
So
you can do something similar to it, though.
Yeah, I mean, it's a little odd feeling like, obviously this is gonna be there, and then it's not, and it looks like Titanfall. Like the you can tell that they just took all the guts of Titanfall minus the Titans and put it in there. Even whenever there's these pods that you can call down or that just come down naturally, depending on what character you are, or just in the round in the world, and when they fall down, they look like the same animation that I remember, at least from Titanfall 1. I didn't play Titanfall 2, but like that little smoke trail and then your Titan would fall down. Now it's these pods that you can go and get gear and stuff out of.
Okay.
But it's
Chris,
a lot of fun.
Really?
Listen,
Yeah.
I was, for some reason, I don't know why I was thinking this, but as I was playing, I was like, man, Chris ain't gonna like this game.
Really?
Oh, no.
And it bummed me out
Yeah.
because I am loving
Really?
it. Oh my gosh, it is so good.
What makes it different from PUBG or Fortnite
Everything.
or?
It feels like they thought of stuff like Chris was saying with the R1 and the communication. Number one, that's great. Number two, like the color system is great and not that that's new, but for some reason in this kind of, for me, because it was so long ago that I played and I only played Titanfall 2 when it came to PlayStation, and I beat it. And so I only played it real quick, and I never played as the pilot. So I was like always the Titan.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like if you could be.
Yeah.
And so I just remember the pilots to me being very bland and like boring and like cookie cutter. And so now that they've introduced all these characters and they kind of have that Overwatch vibe going on, it feels somewhere in between Titanfall and Team Fortress, if anybody ever played that, or Team Fortress 2.
Yeah.
Like even the animation to me, like the fact that it's colorful, kind of Borderlands-ish without the thick black lines, without the cell shading, but like it feels very colorful, and I don't remember Titanfall being that bright. And I have just been like I can't get enough of it. Like I'm sad to go on the road to bad internet because I know I'm not going to be able to play freaking Apex Legends.
Talking about Borderlands, one of the first things I do when you do this tutorial, when you don't, I guess you don't have to do it, but it's good to go in and kind of familiarize yourself with everything. And there, you talk to this one of the legends, the characters, and then later on you go around this corner and you talk to another legend, and he's like a robot guy. I forget his name off the top of my head, but the minute I saw him, just kind of his attitude a little bit and just kind of the way he looks, he has legs, but he's just got the helmet with the one big round area that kind of like one big eyeball. Thought automatically of Claptrap. I was like, oh, this is just a Claptrap legend in a way.
And he's the comic relief.
Yeah.
Oh,
and
that's
he's a support character too, which I've not played as him.
Hmm.
That's the one thing so the menu system, the way that you get into your inventory and all that stuff, it's not hard, but it's a little more, it feels more PC-ish leaning to me.
It's a little more in depth than you would
so
think.
it's a little more depth. And then you hit right to go to a wheel where you can have different grenades and stuff, and then you hit up to go to another one where you can have like to replenish your armor or health. Those take a little while to get my head wrapped around, and when you're in a fight and you're like, I gotta go around the corner and I gotta heal up or whatever, I'm forgetting what buttons to push. So it's definitely things I think I can get used to once I understand and wrap my head around everything. And I've played 3 of the characters or legends so far. I don't really understand the ultimates, like how to use them. I may understand what they're supposed to do, but I don't know how to use them strategically and how that stuff still doesn't make sense to me yet.
Yeah.
You'll get there.
Yeah.
You have to not think of it as Overwatch ults.
Yes, I don't.
They're more support ults than they are.
There's tons of games where I end up
ults.
not even using them because I'm just busy, which is kind of like a compliment towards the game because I'm having fun just playing it like a shooter game. That I'm running around, I'm still enjoying it. So even if I didn't use my things, I don't think, oh man, it's because I didn't use my blah blah blah.
Right.
I just, I didn't use that thing, but I still had fun.
Nice.
But yeah, I'm really
so glad you
surprised
like
with how good and the fact that it's free to play. I will say this makes me very, 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 very happy that I did not buy Blackout.
Really?
Yeah, because
Yeah.
and I don't have a problem with the fact that that you paid $60 for Black Ops 4 and it came with Blackout. I don't mind the fact that it's not free to play, but since I was so on the fence and I almost did it anyways, just because I was like, well, I want to have another Battle Royale besides H1 to play that people are into right now, and then this drops and I'm like, oh crap, and I don't have to pay for it, so that's just icing on the cake kind of thing.
Here's the thing, man. This one got me more than Blackout, man. Honestly,
Yeah.
and I really like Blackout, but there's something about like it feels like, and Chris, tell me if I'm wrong here. For it being a surprise, number one, it feels like they thought of everything. Like we've kind of gotten used, or maybe I have. I don't want to speak for everybody, but I've gotten used to this. Like Fortnite put it out. Hey guys, it's broken. 1.0 is coming.
Yeah.
PUBG. Hey guys, it's broken. We're gonna put it out later. H1Z1. Hey guys, it's broken. We're gonna figure it out. We're gonna put it out later. This one is so polished, and like it feels like they thought of everything. The only gripe I have about it is what Chris was alluding to. There's not a way to quickly throw a grenade, and maybe there is maybe there's something in the controls I can change. I haven't dug around in the controls.
Yeah,
but right now what I have to do is click up on the direction or click right on the direction pad or something, and then it gives me my grenade. Then I can throw it with R2, which is the same button I used to fire, because they've taken over R1 for all the
communication,
for all the communication, which is great. My gosh, like, and I know PC has probably had it, but like the fact that I can look at something and click it and it automatically knows what I'm saying, like, hey, there's a gun over here. Hey, there's armor over here, level 2.
Yeah.
Hey, there's something
That's
over here.
cool.
Or hey, let's just go look
hit
at that.
R1
Hey,
twice,
there's an
and you'd
enemy.
be like, enemy spotted, and it points them out, and there's just different. And you
No,
can
you don't have to hit it twice. You just have to have your reticle on them and click it once, and it'll say enemy over there.
Well, I think if you have it directly on them, yes,
That's what
I think
I mean,
it
yeah.
will. But because they may be squirrely, and if you can't get it directly on them, if you tap it twice, it'll go to red, say enemy spotted here.
Yeah,
Which
or
is
you
what
can
I
hold
do.
down R1, and it gives you a whole wheel of things you can say.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
It is really
It
cool.
kind of
one
surprises me
other
that no one's come up with that already. Like figured out how to do
Yeah.
that.
Well, I think they've always kept R1 for a weapon.
Yeah.
I think it's really bold to be like, you know what, we're just using this for communication.
And I don't know, maybe Fortnite does this because I really did not spend a ton of time with Fortnite. So,
Me either.
or maybe they've implemented it. One other thing that I don't like right off the bat, just because I'm assuming what's going to be part of this game's shtick is down the road, I'm assuming new legends will be introduced.
Yep.
And I don't know if they mentioned that because I didn't watch any of the live stream stuff when they announced it.
Me either. Yeah, this is all new to
But
me too.
what I don't like is that, yes, it's a free-to-play game. Okay, fine. So they're going to have like loot boxes of some sort that you can buy, or they're going to have some in-game currency you can buy. All that I got no problem with. I don't mind cosmetics and all that kinds of things.
Right.
They kind of, what little bit I have read about it is they kind of went out of their way to be like, oh, it's not pay to win. This game is not going to pay to win. We're not going to have OP characters or any of this stuff like that. And you can get everything in the game. You don't have to buy anything. But right off the bat, 2 of the legends are locked. You have to earn enough in-game currency to unlock them, and they seem like strong characters.
Really?
So
Yeah.
to me, I'm like, well, okay, if you're going to be free to play, and your thing is going to have, we're going to have these legends with all these different abilities, kind of a la Overwatch style, but in this battle royale style. It's like they just all need to be open. And maybe it won't take super long to unlock them. I don't know. Whatever.
I
there's
haven't
3
been able to
different currencies.
earn one of the currencies.
I've earned the currencies. I've only earned
All 3?
there's 3 currencies. I've earned the one in the middle, the red one, and then the one on the left, the blue. I've not earned
That's
whatever
right.
the other one is. So I don't know how you
Exactly.
get that
The one on the right, I'm guessing only comes with winning.
Yeah,
or
maybe.
real money. And so I haven't won yet. I've gotten extremely close, but I haven't won yet. And so I'm guessing because you need the one in the middle and the one on the right to buy the new character, to buy those other
really?
2 characters.
You have to have both, or is it an either or?
It's have to have both. It's a little bit of both to unlock the characters.
Okay.
Oh,
well,
wow.
Yeah, I have no idea how you earn that right currency, but I did see the one in the middle for each of the characters is 12,000, and I've been playing, I don't know, in total maybe I've played 3 hours between last night and tonight, something like that, and I think I'm at like 1,800.
Oh,
so,
wow.
I mean, I don't know. I don't feel like it's going quick, but at the same time, there's been a lot of times where I'm in and bam, I'm dead.
Yeah.
You know, because I'm still figuring out where are the crates, where do I get weapons, why do I still only have a handgun, and then bam, I'm dead.
Yeah.
The only other thing that I don't like, and
game.
I'm sorry to just be going on and on, but I don't like. I do like playing in threes, like squads, if you will. It's a squad of 3.
Yeah, I didn't mind that either.
I really wish there was a duo and a solo option. And I don't feel like they've talked about like the way that it is in Blackout, where you can do solo, it's just me versus everybody, or duos, or you can do the squads, which their squads is 4. I don't like that you have to just do that, but with the ability to communicate easily using all the stuff on R1 or right bumper or whatever it is on PC, it does make it the few times I've gone in there where it's just me and I'm queuing up with 2 other people. I still feel like it's worked out well most of the time. Sometimes you get in with these 2 guys, you can tell they're teamed up and they go off and do their own thing and they're not trying to revive me or help me at all. But most of the time I feel like people are sticking to the communication with each other and still working together even though you're not really teamed up.
The only thing about the communication I don't like is you can't say thanks.
Really?
There is a way to say okay, but there's not a way to say thanks that I found either.
Yeah, so like when somebody revives you, or because of the inventory system, you can lay down a med pack at somebody's foot,
or weapons.
You can't be like,
you can drop
or
guns
a weapon,
or
whatever. You can't be like thanks.
Yeah,
interesting.
And I don't know why that bugs me.
I do keep trying to bring up a wheel, the Overwatch wheel, and I'm like, oh, that's not this game, because I keep wanting to do the same thing and say thanks, and it's not there that I found.
And I think they'll implement. I think that unfortunately, so I'm a little weird. I don't like playing in squads. I play H1 by myself. I always played Blackout by myself. For some reason, the fact that this one forced me to be in threes, I really liked, and it makes me sad that they're gonna have to bend the knee probably and do singles and duos, because I actually because if you notice each character, so there's like defense, support, and then attack. And the fact that you have to kind of go in there like it would be with like League of Legends and stuff like that. That's a forced group of people you have to play with cooperatively. For some reason, I don't mind it. I've really liked playing in threes, which is weird because I usually don't. Yeah. I'm usually not drawn to that at all.
I've actually enjoyed it as well. Even again, like I'm saying, even when I'm solo queuing up with 2 other random people, but I still would like a singles or duos. I don't know if it'll work. I'm assuming that's why they didn't introduce it, because it goes against their the way that they're trying to make a hero thing. They want you to like pick characters that work well together and complement each other, and that would be hard to do if you're by yourself or just 2 of you. But I don't know. We'll see. It's not going to be the end of the world. I'll still play it, but I do think it would be nice if those were options.
I'm so glad you guys are digging it, man.
For free too,
right?
Oh
yeah.
My gosh. I'm glad you brought that up, Chris, because I was going to go there anyway.
So that was my week and my game.
That junk is fun. And that's going to be one of those games that like I install everywhere.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And like I don't play Fortnite, but I have Fortnite on everything just in case somebody comes over that plays Fortnite so they can play if they want. This will be one that I've already downloaded on my Xbox. I have it on the PlayStation. I probably won't do it on the PC, but I have it on those 2. Yeah. And they did announce today that they are introducing crossplay with it.
Oh wow,
so
nice.
We'll throw that story away.
Oh, sorry. I just figured this
I still have a cool little angle on talking about that. One thing that I will say, somebody, if either of you guys know, but if not, somebody in our community, please hit me up, let me know. For the longest time, Xbox Live, even if the game was free or free to play, you still had to have Xbox Live to play it if it's multiplayer. I think they changed that to match PlayStation, because on PlayStation, a free-to-play game, you don't have to have PS Plus to play it.
That's right. Like Warframe, you can play.
I don't know if they actually changed that or not. So somebody let me know, because if they do, then I'll do the same, and I'll throw it on my Xbox. But as of right now, I don't see any point in the near future where I'm going to be buying Live, because I just don't have a need for it, and I'm trying to save money. But I would definitely put it on both and play it with whoever if I can play it over there.
Yeah.
Until crossplay shows up, because it's not active yet.
Right. That's so cool.
Edward?
Yes.
What's going on with you now that we've spilled our guts of our love for Apex Legends?
I love it. I am actually excited because, like you, Gabe, I installed it on everything, on my PlayStation and my Xbox. Yeah. And then this week for No Work Friday, playing with the community, I'm going to fire up Apex, and I'm excited to try it out.
I thought you were going to do it today. I thought, for some reason, I saw you're free to play.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, if he's playing Apex Legends, I'm putting the kids to bed.
So, yeah, I'm excited to get into it. And again, I'm not a Battle Royale guy, but it's free, and everyone's having a good time. And I'm looking forward to playing it with friends and just, another place to hang out with each other and kind of all figure it out together. I joined Overwatch like a year late, and so it was nice. I had people to show me the way, but I'm kind of interested to kind of all fumble through it at the same time.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the fun part.
It's been a fun week. Sarah's recovering. She's still been sick. We took her to the doctor. They diagnosed her or treated her for bronchitis. So,
doggone it, bronchitis.
Oh man, yeah, Stacy's still dealing with that. Sorry, I should have mentioned.
Oh no, that's and Sarah is upset that she's still dealing with it, and I'm like, I don't think Stacy's 100% yet. It's gonna take a little while, and
she went to the doctor I think Monday or Tuesday, and they even though she says she's feeling better, they did whatever test or check, and they said, yeah, you're only using about 60% of your lung capacity right now.
Wow.
Or something crazy. And she's like, man, this is horrible. This is taking forever.
Yeah. They gave her 10 days worth of medicine to take. And I told her, you know what? After a couple of days, you might start feeling better, and you're going to want to quit because you think you're better. We have to stay on it, and we have to keep taking it.
Exactly.
And sure thing, the last couple of days, she's been like, you know what? No, I think it's okay. I think I can only get away. And I'm, no. Take your medicine.
Swallow it.
That's right. But yeah, that's kind of been, we kind of laid low this weekend because she wasn't feeling too well. So I've been getting in, just like the last couple of weeks, a ton of Assassin's Creed Odyssey. I was kind of texting Chris and was like, I actually had to lower the difficulty because I came against a boss battle that I just couldn't get past, and I lowered the difficulty to easy, and I still struggled for a while, and it's just a tough game. I left it on easy, and I'm still coming up against things that I'll save you for later. I'll be back in a couple levels, and that kind of thing. But I'm still having a blast, still having a good time. I spent a lot of time this week, a little bit of time playing Overwatch, but more time watching it, especially the new Paris map that's on the PTR but hasn't dropped for us. And found a streamer who, chatting with him, and he was like, well, hey, let me jump out of this game, and I'll just walk around the map and show you places I've learned. Here's a great place for a Widow to sit. Here's a place to put a Torbjorn thing that no one will see. Here's what you're going to have to do. And so that was kind of cool to get a little sneak preview, and at least when it goes to the console for maybe the first hour, have a slight advantage.
You'll have a leg up.
Exactly.
You better be there that first hour. It drops.
Exactly. Yeah. Playing some Lego Batman 2 on stream. Downloaded, haven't yet played the update for Beat Saber, which gives us options for Expert Plus. So I'm excited to get into that. And then, Gabe, like you mentioned, I finished Lego Batman streaming, and I was like, you know what? A lot of people, the theme this year kind of seems to be saving money. I think I'm going to start streaming because, everyone's streaming Kingdom Hearts and everyone's streaming Anthem. And I'm not as good at those games as other people are. I freely admit it. And I thought, you know what? Maybe I'll stick to games that people can play for free if you've got PS Plus or Game Pass or games with gold. And so I chose my first Game Pass game today, hopped back into Layers of Fear.
I couldn't believe it.
And man, it's been a couple of years since I played, and I was still so freaked out. And
when you played did you beat it the first go round?
I did, and someone joined me toward the end, and they said, which ending are you going for? I didn't even realize there are 3 endings to that game.
Oh, wow.
And I got one that I didn't get the first time. I don't know what I did differently. I have no idea, but that game holds up. It is so much fun. A lot of fun jump scares, and I really, really enjoyed that. So it's been a nice week of just kind of gaming, chilling, and just kind of I'm really looking forward to, especially after hearing you guys talk, I'm really looking forward to hopping into Apex on Friday.
I hope it turns into one of those things kind of like Overwatch where you jumped in and were like, well, it might not be my thing, and then you turned out to love it. I hope it becomes one of those things.
I'm hoping the same thing. Yeah, because I wasn't a multiplayer guy, and Overwatch got me. And in the back of my head, that's what I've been thinking: is this going to be the one that gets me into Battle Royale? I won't be mad if it is.
Yeah,
and it doesn't feel to me. It definitely is Battle Royale, but it doesn't feel overcrowded.
Yeah.
I think the top is 60 people or something like that.
Yeah, there's a lot of times the circle's gone down twice or whatever, and I still haven't even ran into anybody. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice. Oh, that's cool, man. I'm excited. So yeah, that was my week.
There you go,
Mr. Gabe.
Oh man, we've been on this old tour, baby.
Yeah, you have. How's it been?
We cranked it up. It was a good first week.
Yeah.
We still working out some kinks that'll have to be. Here's the problem. Nashville is on Friday.
Okay.
Every tour we do that come through Nashville, we make sure the show is right by the time we get to Nashville.
Right.
Yeah.
Because we don't want to embarrass our friends and family, and we don't want to be pointed and laughed at the mall when we're walking around. And so this tour, unlike any other tour we've done before, Nashville was in the second weekend. It was almost the second show, but they moved it around, and Toby was like, I'm not doing Nashville second. Like, I can't do Nashville second.
Yeah.
And so we are going to be doing Nashville on Friday, and we are all very nervous. Everybody's families and friends and business partners are coming. And we sold a good amount of tickets without having to, give a bunch away yet, just as comps work out.
I was going to say, is Nashville just all comps in the audience?
It's usually around 1,000 comps. It's like, it's an insane amount of people come for free. But we sold a lot of tickets, and so it'll be nice and full, and it'll be fun. So we're gearing up. So Huntsville is getting like the real dry run tomorrow of what Nashville will be. So tomorrow I might be having lunch with Robert Darrell Good Jr.
Oh, hey, nice. There you go.
Is that right?
Which would be awesome. So we're trying to work that out. So by the time this podcast comes out, that lunch will have come and gone. But the only problem is we're going to be rehearsing for Nashville. So I might get to see him for a second and do lunch or something like that. And then it'll be back to the coal mines to do some more rehearsing. It's funny because everybody's, as we're talking to the other acts, they're like, man, the show's really good. We're like, oh, thanks. They're like, and I mean, it should be with how much rehearsing you're doing. We're just up there like every day rehearsing and rehearsing hard and getting after it. And so, but it's been a good time. So
good.
We're having a great time. The show, I feel like, is fun. The production's good. And so it's been good. I don't know if I mentioned earlier, but I've been playing Apex Legends.
Oh, really? Do you like it?
Yes. What's crazy is that I love it. Yeah, exactly. The one thing I forgot to mention, and I don't know how many other games do this, but I thought it was really cool. When you get shot, you get revived. That's how these games work. It feels like it gives you a longer time to revive than other games I've played, and you can move a lot faster when you're down. And you can
put up a shield to help block you.
Yeah, you can put up a shield to block from incoming fire. But say you do get shot all the way down.
Okay.
Then you kind of get put in this like loot box-ish coffin looking thing, and your teammates can come over and get like your ID or whatever you would call it from that, and then take that to like a respawning thing and respawn you even later. And so it's kind of cool that you get two shots at getting back alive, which I thought was really cool.
Right.
Also, so you guys know that I'm part Jamaican. My mother's side is Jamaican. And Bob Marley's birthday is today.
I re, man.
And he shares a birthday with Natalie Cole, Nat King Cole's daughter.
Really?
So happy Black History Month, everyone.
It's here. It's here again.
Day of recording is those two guys' birthday. For those that are listening on Friday, Friday, February 8th, back in 1986, when I was just a wee lad.
Yes.
There was a lady that started a talk show, a nationally syndicated talk show at that. And she became the first African-American woman to host a show like that. From down south.
Wendy Williams.
Oh, my gosh. Oh. No, it's not Wendy Williams.
Oprah.
Oprah Winfrey.
I was going to say, I'm thinking Oprah, but shoot, I'm way off.
Wait, born in 86?
No, that's when the show started.
Oh, okay. That's why I was like...
Back in 1886.
Okay. I was like, I don't think
She's
that's
definitely
right.
not born in 86. Yeah. Wendy Williams wasn't born in 86 either. She wishes. So happy Black History Month, you guys.
Nice.
Woo. I haven't got my Ancestry.com back yet to see actually how how much I get to celebrate this month.
Well, I got mine back, and I get to celebrate 2%.
I hope 2% of you is walking with his chest puffed out.
That's right, man.
2% of the time.
Where's my college tuition discount?
Exactly right. Oh, shoot. Oh, my gosh, that's funny. So, yeah, nothing much more than that. I brought because we came home on Sunday for the Super Bowl, because we'd be fools to try to have a show on Super Bowl Sunday. I brought all my PlayStation and stuff home because I knew the kids would want to play Beat Saber and everything like that, which they did. And so that's where I set up, and I've been playing Apex Legends and downloading all my updates.
Nice, yeah.
Now that I'm home, my PlayStation's like, excuse me, I've been disconnected for 7 days.
Can I breathe?
Yeah. Oh, God. Oh, thank you for this internet. It's like a breath of fresh air. I'm like, Lord have mercy. It's only been a week, you mean? No, it's been a whole week.
There were a lot of updates this week.
Yeah, there were. I had a lot of gigabytes to download. I have a quick question for you guys.
Yes.
So I bought 2 hard drives off Craigslist. Right?
Oh, you going to do some modding?
Yeah, well, I've already done that.
Good man.
Yep. The guy contacts me like a week later, and he's like, "Oh my gosh, my whole musical life is on one of those hard drives. Do you think there's any way you can meet back up with me, and I'll swap it out for another terabyte hard drive?"
Okay.
And I was like, "Man, honestly, no. Like we're running around. This is when rehearsals was just starting up. Like I really couldn't have met up with him. And I was like, how about this? It's Mac formatted, right? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, okay, so I won't plug it into my Windows machine just in case anything weird happens. My wife's got a Mac machine. I'll make a server, and just over time, you can download this stuff off the server. Or I'll put it up on an FTP or something like that. And he's like, dude, I know it's a Craigslist thing and that's weird, but thank you so much. You do not have to do that, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, you're good, man. You're good. I ain't heard from the brother since. So do I need to keep this stuff on this hard drive? I'm good to go ahead and delete it. That was like 2.5 weeks ago.
Did you send him the link to to where it is?
Yeah. Did you start that process of FTPing it or whatever?
Like maybe he's just downloading it and not saying anything.
I didn't yet, because I wanted to see how he wanted to do it, because I wanted to find out which files were the most important, because I'll run out of internet for my family if he's just downloading all day, because it's like 680 gigs. It's a bunch of stuff. But if you only need certain things, then I can just do certain things. And I was like, hey, what's going on with it? How was your move? Blah, blah, blah. And I haven't heard anything.
Why don't
and
you
now
just,
his number's like,
why don't you just like meet him in a week and swap it out, like on your day off?
Oh,
Yeah.
he moved to Boston. That's why he was getting rid of everything.
Oh, okay.
Jeez.
Yeah. Sorry. He's gone.
I would just, you said it's been like 2 weeks since you've heard from him?
Yeah. And I hit him up last and was like, hey, how do you want to do this? Which files? Blah, blah, blah. And he hadn't said anything.
Honestly, and I'm not saying that you should do this, that this is on you or anything, but just being me, if the situation was reversed and I was in your shoes,
Yes.
I'd hit him up at least one more time and be like, yo,
Yeah.
just so you know, I hadn't heard from you. If I don't hear from you in, insert amount of time you want to add,
Yeah.
I'm wiping this drive. And then you can feel clean, because then if he comes back to you 3 weeks later, like, no, did you do it? Be like, yes, that's why I said I was gonna.
Yeah,
No.
because he is. I'm just saying, I would hit him up one more time, because he did just go through a huge move. He's probably got a ton of things.
That's right.
Yeah, who knows?
Okay, good.
One more time, and then it's yours.
Example. I like that. Okay. All right. Well, I'm all out. Router. Router's still not with us. He had a something crazy happened with his wife flying back from New York, and she's
having to fly late,
Louisville,
but she's
Kentucky.
driving or something. I don't know.
Yeah, the information we got was, hey, I don't know what time I'm gonna make it back for the podcast. My wife's plane got diverted to Louisville, Kentucky, and so now we got to wait for her to fly in. Then I'll get her. Then we'll come home. And then we were like, all right, that's Louisville's a 3-hour drive, so we knew the flight would only be like 25 minutes to get here. And then he was like, change of plans. It sounds like she's having to drive back from Louisville.
Oh wow!
And then meet at the airport and then drive home. So there's that. So we said, hey, if you can make it, make it. If you can't, we got you.
That's right.
So we got him. So Ed.
Yes.
You got it?
You know I do.
Then let's do it.
Alrighty, looking at new releases for PS4 and PC. God Eater 3 coming out February 8th. Also that same day, Monster Energy Supercross, the official video game 2 for PS4, Xbox One.
I wonder if it's official for Monster or official for Motocross.
I think it's just official that it's the second one.
Officially the sequel.
Right.
Okay.
That's also on PC and Nintendo Switch. Ape Out on the 7th on PC and Switch.
I think Ryan Seacrest should sue them for that.
Ape Out?
Yeah, that was supposed to be his thing. Seacrest out!
Oh.
And everybody was like, we know.
We know.
And he's like, no, I mean like the end of the show. We're like, oh.
Astroneer for the PC and Xbox One. On the Nintendo Switch, The Book of Unwritten Tales 2. No word if that's the official one or not.
I wonder if it's Two Tails.
Two Tales. Spike Volleyball, PS4, Xbox One, and PC. And Apex Legends, PS4, Xbox One.
I've heard of that.
You should try it, Gabe. I think you'd really, really hate it.
I don't think I'm gonna like it.
Yeah. I saw a screen test. The character looked stupid.
Looks stupid.
That's gonna be terrible. I did, however, we're taking it out on Router while he's gone, but I did see a cosplayer do The Witcher the other day. And I was like, see, it's not that hard. Him and his wife just did it. He didn't even have Netflix money.
Jeez.
He looked amazing.
He just went to Party City and bought a scar and a wig.
Exactly. Am I doing it right? Yes,
And he drank his Coke Zero out of a little flask thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Tastes like regular Coke.
I think they're making a mistake not doing the beard if they don't do the beard.
Yeah. No. I don't know.
Chris McCracken,
Yes.
start us off.
All right, so I've got some Xbox news.
Oh.
We're gonna start off with on the little bit on the lighter side. So Xbox or Microsoft has their studios, and it falls under the umbrella of Microsoft Studios. Well, they decided to go ahead and rebrand that to Xbox Game Studios.
Yeah.
And what's a little bit kind of like, okay, I see what you're doing there. They're basically just expanding even more and strengthening everything gaming related under the Xbox brand. And because Microsoft Studios, that could be for games for PC or for Xbox or whatever, but Xbox, even though it's going to still be games for PC and anything else that it comes to,
Yes.
they're really starting to nail down and push kind of heavily the whole Xbox as their gaming brand, regardless of wherever it is.
Yeah.
So they are changing the name over to Xbox or Xbox Game Studios. So that's kind of cool. But then you couple that with, I'm just going to roll into the second kind of like part 2 of my story, is that there has been a little bit of a kind of a leak, I guess you could say. So there are
I know what you're talking about.
there are conferences at the Game Developer Conference, and one of the session descriptions got kind of unveiled a little bit early before Microsoft mentioned it. I think it was by who first mentioned it was this website called Windows Central, who focuses in on a lot of Microsoft stuff. And basically, it looks as though Microsoft is going to be opening up Xbox Live to iOS, Android, and the Nintendo Switch, as well as currently already being part of Xbox and PC.
Yeah.
Now,
Weird, right?
I don't
on
understand.
the PC side, it really only is there in name because they don't really have to pay for any kind of service to do any of their online stuff, as I understand it. I don't spend any time in the PC world. So that's just kind of crazy. And I don't know, look, I don't want to toot my own horn here, but I feel like it was not that long ago that I had made mention about like, hey, what if, down the future, when it was looking like Microsoft was maybe possibly going to be pulling away from the hardware side, I kind of made this thought. I was like, look, I don't know if this is the direction to go, but just think about this. What if on the console world, in the console section, Sony continues to make the PlayStation, whatever it is, because they seem to do really good at hardware, even though, at the moment, it's not like Xbox is a slouch on the hardware, especially with the Xbox One X. And I was like, okay, so they're really good at hardware. Everybody always touts Microsoft for being really good at the software side and the network side. So what if Xbox Live was just the service and like PlayStation attached to it, and that was the online? They got rid of hardware and just went to the service side and just made Xbox Live the service you use for any kind of gaming anywhere. And that's not happening here. But this could be the openings of something like that.
That's right.
I don't think that Xbox is going to completely get out of hardware, at least not anytime for the foreseeable future, especially after they put so much clout behind the Xbox One X and everything like that.
Right.
And they're already I think we're first out talking about next generation past that. But I absolutely still think they're going to really, and the fact that they're rebranding their studios as Xbox Studios, I think they're just going to make Xbox this big global brand and just be like, this is the service that provides everything. And I don't think, as it shows with this session that they're going to be unveiling, which they still have not officially said anything. In fact, I think it was the writer of this article, I think it was Polygon, they reached out for comment and Microsoft just said nothing additional to share at this time. So, I mean, I think they're just going to look at making Xbox Live open to anybody that wants to. They were pushing all the crossplay stuff. They're pushing Xbox Live possibly going to Switch if this is accurate. I think it totally makes sense.
But what does that mean for Xbox Live to be on Switch?
Yeah, like how would Nintendo not be like, no?
Well, see, so here's the thing about Nintendo.
Okay.
Yes, the timing seems a little head scratchy because they just now are starting their very first online service where you pay for a subscription and now you can have online play and all these kinds of things like that.
Right.
But they're also clearly not that great at it. And they're, baby stepping their way into it and everything. It's like if Microsoft came in because they've already got somewhat of a good relationship in terms with really patting each other on the back with this whole crossplay thing. If Microsoft could come and say, hey, look, we've got a network where games can connect and everything like that. Just use our service. And we'll, you shake my hand or you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. And then they work together and somehow it becomes a mutually beneficial situation. Why wouldn't they do it? I mean, basically all Xbox Live has to be is just the backbone that connects all these things.
Don't you think it would be weird? I just think from a branding standpoint, it's a little weird.
Yeah.
I think it would be a little weird. I think it would be a little weird on the onset. I don't think it would be weird down the road.
And I don't know if this is still the case, but like there was a time when iPhone used Samsung screens. And so
like LCDs
it would be
and
weird.
Stuff you're talking about? And they still do to some extent sometimes. Yeah.
Yeah. And so it would be weird if iPhone had those stickers all over the place.
Right.
Like these are Samsung screens. You'd be like, oh yeah. Like I just want to believe it's all iPhone.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And I would think that Nintendo would want whenever they do something good internet wise, it to be at least branded Nintendo, for it to be branded Microsoft. It didn't even have to be branded Xbox. I just wonder if that would be weird.
I mean, I hear what you're saying, and I'm not. I mean, I think that's completely valid standpoint, and I think, honestly, to me, that feels like today thinking, And I think they're trying to think past that because like down the road, it's just going to be like, I get my internet from Verizon. Oh, well, down the street, I get mine from Spectrum or I get mine from Comcast. It's not, it's really just a name.
It all leads you to the same place.
Yeah, it's not really going to matter. And if Xbox, again, I'm fine if they continue to make hardware, but if it's, what's going to make Nintendo, if they are indeed going to go down this road, and then later on, like if Sony decided to do it, what would make them still be viable in this situation? Number one, for Sony and even for Microsoft, or excuse me, Nintendo as well, is that they own studios that are making exclusive content. Yeah, and Microsoft for their part is really doubling down on not only buying a bunch of these studios, but also creating a few new ones that are going to make games that are probably only going to be available on either Xbox or Windows PC.
Yeah.
So that's where they're going to do it. So, and it's becoming more and more about the service side. And we already know that Microsoft's really been laying all the foundation for their service side, not just with Xbox Live and maybe even strengthening it by opening it up to everybody or a lot of other people, but then also Game Pass and then any of these other services that are tied to Xbox. They're just going to become more and more prominent as we continue to go forward because and their cloud service is another one that they're going to be doing. At the point right now, it's like Sony is the only one right now that's kind of building competing things. Even if Sony goes ahead and opens it up completely, because they're still baby stepping their way into the whole, the cross-play thing. Even if the goal, and they finally get there, a couple months from now, 6 months now, let's say, where yes, every game that we have that has multiplayer is now cross-play. They're the only ones that are still investing in their own network and potentially investing in a brand new version of their network to launch with PS5.
Yeah.
I understand it would be weird and the branding would be crazy. And even me as someone who thinks it's a good idea, ultimately, it's still going to be weird if I logged into my PlayStation and then I'm logging into Xbox Live or something. That would be weird. It really would. Exactly. But at the same time, give me the hardware that I prefer and the controller that I prefer, and give me the rock solid network that has all the accolades and tends to be a little bit better, according to everybody under the sun. And there you go. I got the best of both worlds in one spot.
That's true.
I think it really would be awesome to just have it to where it doesn't matter, what controller do you prefer? What box interface do you like better? Cool, buy that. Doesn't matter. It all goes to the same spot. I think that'd be the best at the end of the day.
Yeah, I think that is the future, like you're saying.
Yeah.
It's just whenever the future rears its head in the outfit of early news.
Yes.
It always feels like, yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Because it's going to be insane for me to say this, and people are going to be like, "What?" But there was a time when I thought buying games digitally, that sounds stupid.
Yeah.
And here I buy almost every game digitally now. Yeah, I was like, why would I do that? I can get it for 10% off over here. I can trade this in or whatever.
Yeah.
I remember.
Now I'm all about it. Now it's like normal to me.
I remember thinking, wow, we went from 8 tracks to record. We had records, we had cassettes, and then I got my first CD player, and I was like, it can't get better than this.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. Chris used to go to gas stations as well.
I did.
Right.
Now I don't even know what gas costs.
That's awesome. So speaking of just big rumorish news when it comes to the consoles and their fight, there's supposedly a patent that is designed by the PS4's lead architect, Mark Cerny.
Okay.
That, now, if this happens, this would be amazing. That would essentially make the PS5 backward compatible to every PlayStation that came out before it.
Yes, please.
So you can play PS4 through PS1 games on it.
Nice.
And that would be incredible. And one of the things in the details of the patent, it's called processor ID spoofing. So it mimicked the behavior of the old hardware and allow it to run on newer hardware. And so it would trick the games into thinking they were in the original things, not that it's being emulated and pushed up to PS5.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if this were to happen, that would, the big thing I feel like when the PS4 and the Xbox One came out was, wait a second, nothing's backward compatible. And, we had kind of gotten used to it with the PS3 because the first groupings were, and then later they weren't with the PS2. Yeah. Even though you could still play PS1 games on PS3, which a lot of people didn't know. And so if the PS5 comes out, and one of the things they get to brag about is that you can play all your PlayStation games on them.
Yeah.
I think that'd be a system seller to anybody that owned a PlayStation before.
That would be amazing.
Yes.
And then, obviously you have that answer also to PS Now for those people that don't like the streaming, half downloading, taking up all my hard drive, kind of thing. But I don't know. I think it could be amazing.
Yeah, definitely.
I do think that it's a given that whatever the next PlayStation is will be backwards compatible with PS4. And,
Really?
I hope so.
Well, the fact that it's likely going to be on it's likely going to be the exact same architecture. The fact that the PS4 can play at least emulated versions of PS1 games, I don't honestly know if there are any PS2 classics that the PlayStation 4 can do. There might be. But I feel like the big kicker is going to be the PS3 because its architecture was so different, and I don't think that there is online you can find emulators or so. I haven't used any of them because I don't understand how all that stuff works. But I've heard that there's decent emulators for PS3 stuff, but I don't know how easy that is to do. I think if they can crack that egg, then I think it's golden. And if whatever this patent that you're alluding to does indeed do that, I think that, if they can crack that open to where you can play any one and then they can just offer them all digitally.
That'd be amazing.
If it even, because I don't know if the next systems are going to even have a disk drive, but if they do, if you can just put in the disk from your PS2 or PS3 or whatever, similar to the way the Xbox does it now, where you put it in, it just downloads it.
Yeah.
Then I think that'd be a great idea. And absolutely, I think it's going to be they're going to have to, at the bare minimum, do PS4 games backwards compatible. So I think that's a given.
Yeah.
But the fact that these other ones are already on there with the PS4, it's like, well, then those should be doable. It's the PS3 is the weird sticking point where I just don't know what it's going to take to make that happen.
Right.
Man, to think that it's a given that PS5 will play PS4, that's a tall order there, boy. Yeah,
I don't think that they have the luxury to fight against it because Xbox has already set that as such a gold standard right now.
Yeah, that's true.
Even though in the PS3 and Xbox 360, even though backwards compatibility really wasn't that big of a deal last generation.
That's what I'm saying.
And this generation, and I still don't know that the numbers really show that it's a huge deal, but mind share wise, it is absolutely a huge deal. So I don't think there's no way they can come out.
Yeah.
As much as Xbox is going to be like coming out the gate running hard, there's no way they can come out and be like 12 steps behind.
Yeah.
You can be like 3 or 4 steps behind, but 12 steps behind, because whatever the next Xbox is will be backwards compatible.
Yeah.
They'll find a way. I just don't think they can afford.
Well, I think it's helping that these things are really just PCs now. They're not as tricky on inside anymore.
Yeah,
so I think you're right. Going from 4 to 5 is like, and it's still just a processor. And some stuff.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so,
you just got some more horsepower, a few more cores, some more gigahertz. You good, right?
Exactly.
Got the RAMs.
Exactly. But still comes down to them games, baby.
Yeah.
But I would be more than happy to.
Yeah.
I would, and I guess, does that mean I'd scrap my PS4? I don't know what it means, but I'd be more than happy to be more. It would lean me more to day one if the PS5 was out the gate backwards compatible with
Definitely.
PS4, and you just stick the disc in and you play it. And you're like, snap, that would be amazing.
Yeah, I don't know if it would make me scrap both of mine because I don't know that I'll be all money bags over here to buy 2 PS5s day one, but I want Stacey to still be able to play something.
Yeah.
So yeah.
But and that's a good point too. The fact that if I have a PS4, that could become the one in the living room.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then if I have a PS5, that I can still play games with the other PS4 that's in the living room.
Yeah. Get Sarah onto that Overwatch finally. We have 2
PS.
Exactly. Ayo. I like that. What else you got, Chris?
So Oreo is doing some crazy stuff.
Uh-oh.
Oreo the cookie?
Oreo the cookie. Speaking of, have you guys had that mega, super big, nasty stuff?
No.
Oh, I bought some. Those things are so rich.
Wait, what are you talking about? Is it not
the cookie that has
stuff?
like they had the double stuff Oreo and then the mega stuff, and this is like even more. It's like a little sandwiches. It's ridiculous.
My gosh.
So they're just going crazy right now.
Yeah, sounds like it.
They're introducing this event where they're going to be giving away a number of different things, like different prizes and stuff. And it's going to be going between February 4th all the way through March 6th, which is National Oreo Day,
No.
at least according to them. And one of the things that they're going to be giving away is an Xbox One X that is Oreo-ified. So it basically looks like it's black and white speckled and kind of looks like it's been an Oreo shake, essentially. That's kind of what it looks like. And it's going to be one of the numerous things that they're giving away. But from the gamer side, I was like, hey, I think it looks kind of cool. As someone who likes Oreos.
Really?
If I could win me an Xbox One X that's decked out like, an Oreo shake, I'd be happy with that.
It looks kind of like an Xbox One X was around when Dexter did one of his kills, and then it was shot in black and white.
Yeah, it does kind of look like that now that you mention it. That's funny. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, I do not like the way that looks.
You don't like it at all? Granted, I don't think it's like the best special edition design they've ever made.
I don't love splatter art.
I like it better than the Taco Bell one.
I don't remember that one.
But then again, free is free, so I'd like any.
That's the thing is, I wouldn't go out of my way to buy it, but if someone wanted to give me one,
if you're going to give it to me just because I retweeted something, sure.
All of a sudden, I got a living room Xbox.
right?
Yeah.
I got a bathroom Xbox.
Exactly. Oh my gosh. So Nintendo released a commercial where this guy's on the plane and he's playing his Nintendo, and at first he's trying to work, and then somebody like puts the seat back like they're sleeping in front of him, and he like puts his stuff away and he gets out his Nintendo and he starts it up, and lo and behold, what is he playing? Final Fantasy VII, baby.
Oh.
Final Fantasy VII, which is slowly becoming the Skyrim of the Final Fantasies.
Yeah.
Because that thing is on everything. But I will say, as the Final Fantasy VII guy, I've played it in a bunch of different iterations, and if it's on the Nintendo Switch, I think I got to do it again.
You know what's going to happen is you're going to go to gas up, and on that little TV screen where the gas pumps up, it's going to be like, want to play Final Fantasy VII?
Yeah, for $7 more.
Right.
Yeah, you can visit the Golden Saucer, and I'd be like, fine. I know, be like, Siri, play Final Fantasy VII. She's gonna be like, the time is 3:45. Be like, exactly. That's why you're terrible, Siri. Gotta lean on Alexa, boy. She the only one. She the only one know how to play video games. Google Assistant, play Final Fantasy VII.
Oh, you want to surf Bing?
Like, no, I do not.
Cortana's not here right now.
Exactly.
Y'all roommates?
Y'all roommates. Speaking of roommates, I watched an Amanda Knox documentary last night. Whoa. It was
Really?
crazy. Man, oh man, I didn't know anything about that story. Chris, what else you got?
All right. So.
Oh, doggone it. What happened? We were way up.
I know.
Nothing
but then
could stop us. We all the way
these
up.
lawmakers up in Pennsylvania, they just had to do things.
Doggone it.
And it looks like they're trying to impose, for the second time, a tax on mature video games.
Oh, I thought it was violent video games.
Well, just anything that, because they're doing it based on the rating, if it's rated M or AO, which is adults only, which typically the games that get these tags are super violent, on top of having a lot of language and, maybe other somewhat gratuitous things or however you want to look at it. But basically, they're trying to add it, make it to where there is going to be a 10% additional tax added onto any game that is rated M or AO. And they've actually tried this, one of their last sessions that went through, and it was introduced by the same representative. His name's Christopher B. Quinn. He introduced it, and it never kind of made it outside of the committee. So he's basically reintroducing it and trying to get it to go again. And it's just his rationale for it is that
let's hear it.
He thinks that there's a fear that violent video games lead to real world violence.
Oh my gosh, really?
The same argument that people have been making forever.
Yeah.
And in fact, there's this gentleman named Chris Ferguson, and he came out and he said, look, There is no good evidence that video games or other media contributes even in a small way to mass homicides or any other violence among youth. And he is a professor of psychology of criminal justice at Texas A&M. What up, Texas? And he's over here saying this, and it don't matter. Homeboy's still like, I need a tax on the mature video games.
Why don't you just tax the cheesesteaks? And due to the unhealthiness that you're promoting in your city, sir.
Exactly, because he's promoting that the tax revenue would go towards funding that is earmarked for safety measures for Pennsylvania school districts. It's like you could fund that with anything.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be a tax on just, we need to tax the video games so we can fund our school safety measures.
Here's the problem.
Yes.
Video games don't have a good rating system.
No, they do not.
And so to be M doesn't need to be that violent.
Yeah, that's true.
Or that gratuitous.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And so it's hard to tell, like, and the line gets a little weird. I understand that they have to do it by the rating because the line gets a little weird as how you decide what's violent and what's not.
Right.
Because I would ask him as a small boy, watching cartoons, when Daffy and them used to get shot in the face.
Yeah.
And his beak would get turned around back of his head. He had to bring it back around just to get shot again by old Yosemite Sam or whatever his name was, shooting guns off. Like, that just didn't do anything to me. I feel like if you're struggling with that kind of thing, anything's a trigger.
I mean, Red Dead Redemption 2 is rated M.
Yes.
There is nothing in that game worse than anything I saw in insert horror film here. Why don't you tax R-rated? Saw 1,
Movies.
Saw 2. Why don't you tax them?
Exactly.
I don't get it.
It's just easy to pick on. Video games are just easy to pick on.
Yeah.
Is what I feel like. And I feel like Assassin's Creed, I feel like is hard to compare to, Gears of War. Like where you have a chainsaw machine gun and you're cutting things in half.
Is Assassin's Creed rated M?
Odyssey is rated M.
Wow. What the heck?
You know what I'm saying? So it's just there's a large gap there.
Yeah.
I remember talking to Stancil about this before because I don't think they were up against it or anything for Second Son, but he was saying if a character smokes a cigarette, it's him. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and I don't know if those still rang true, but I don't remember if that was the exact thing, but it was like something super silly where you were like, oh, so if you do that, then that's automatically M. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That goes in the same thing as like, what's that game, that scary game that Router likes a lot?
Dead Space
and things like that. Like, how do you put those in the same category? There's no way.
That's crazy. Sit down, sir. Sit down.
Yeah, exactly. I don't mind, however, that Hawaii is trying to raise the age limit of smoking to 100.
100? What? Is that a thing? Really? Or you just make that up?
No, it's a real thing.
Only the volcanoes can smoke.
Exactly. They're over 100, Ed.
That's right.
Jeez.
Fortnite's account merging system is finally on and popping. So you can put it all under one Epic account.
Oh, nice.
PS4, Xbox. You can mold them all together now. You don't have to worry about losing them like you did before. That is on and popping. So they are sorry for the delay because they were supposed to launch it back in November, but they waited till Black History Month because they do Black History Month. It needed a push. So thanks, Epic, for waiting till now.
That's right.
Happy Black History Month. You can merge your accounts.
You're welcome.
Yeah, exactly. You're welcome for sure. Oh my gosh. What else, Christopher?
So, I don't know if you guys had heard about it, but there's this new game, Apex Legends.
Oh my gosh.
What?
You know what's crazy?
I hear it's pretty good.
You know it's free.
What?
Yeah, I did not know that.
Yes.
How are they going to make money?
It's not the beta.
Stop blowing my mind.
Exactly. So during a recent Q&A on an earnings call, the CEO of
They were
EA,
like, none
Andrew
yet.
Wilson, yeah,
No earnings.
Andrew
just
Wilson,
yet.
he basically he was asked about crossplay because that's one of the things that at the moment, because it was just kind of like stealth dropped and just really just showed up really quickly. It doesn't have crossplay.
That's right.
So he was asked about it, and I just thought his quotes on it were kind of interesting. So I'm just going to read off the various quotes that he had here. But he said,
Okay.
"We think crossplay and cross progression is going to be a very important part of our future, and you should anticipate that we will be doing more in that space. What information would suggest to us is that there isn't a tremendous amount of play across devices, but that overall
Well, it's
liquidity
new,
between
though.
gaming communities is a good and positive thing, even if only a few people or a small portion of the community that utilizes it. We're absolutely looking into that in the context of Apex, and we will be looking at that across our portfolio over time. We think about franchises with tremendously large communities like FIFA, and we think that would absolutely benefit from crossplay and cross-game progression as more and more people come into these big communities. So number one, the thing that I think is interesting about that is that he's basically coming out and saying, yes, even though our stats say this isn't really a big deal, kind of like in a way, back in the day, backwards compatibility stuff, he said, we do still want to implement it and we are going to work on it. But that also kind of leads me to think that it's not like a hot priority. That's because the way that he buffered it to begin with, like,
Right.
oh, well, you don't see that the stats say that, but we are going to do this. So it may take them a while to do it. Number two, the thing that's a little head scratcher about it is like, but a game can only utilize crossplay if it has crossplay. So your data is going to say games that don't have crossplay. Not many people use it.
Right.
That's why I didn't understand about that line. Like, it's brand new.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, do we know, like, what's going to happen with all these kids that are vaping? You're like, well, we don't know yet. You're like, we'll know in 20 years when they all breathe out of a straw out the side of their neck.
So it's definitely it's just a weird situation to see a CEO talk about, because it's like, oh yeah, we're going to do that. We don't see that many people use it though. But absolutely, we think our future is going to really be utilizing this because it's good for the community. It just feels like a lot of really fluffy
what does that
PR
even
talk.
mean?
Yeah.
To look good. But when you really pick it apart, it's like, but that doesn't make sense. Mm-hmm. It's like, we find people don't really like blue M&Ms, but you only sold the bags with red and green. So
Exactly. That doesn't make any sense whatsoever.
Oh, that's funny.
We don't think people will use it. Have you tried it? No.
Nah, man. Nah.
But our studies show. When did you do it? We were thinking about doing it in like 3 months.
We don't need to do it. We know they're not using it.
Exactly. So I don't know the story behind this.
Uh-oh.
Or why people want Shaggy in Mortal Kombat 11.
It's the dumbest thing in the world. That's why.
Shaggy, like,
Yes.
Like
Shaggy?
from Scooby-Doo.
okay, so not the singer.
There was a me. There was a me.
Finish him. I finish him.
Yeah. Then I did a fatality. It wasn't me. All right. I don't know what Ed, do you know the story behind why people want Shaggy in Mortal Kombat 11?
No, but I can imagine why. Drugs.
Because Shaggy was a pothead.
Because people are bored.
So, yeah, okay. So that could be
I don't
it.
know.
The only thing that I can think is they do have a very big history, more recent history since like Mortal Kombat 9 and then X, which I don't think was officially 10, but X, where they did introduce other kind of off-the-wall characters, but usually they're tied to like horror or something else
or
that's
fighter
got blood
characters.
and guts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
so the fact that it'd be just Shaggy,
I don't
that
get
makes
that
no
at all.
sense.
Yeah.
Stop it. Go plant a tree.
I know. I don't know why. So anyway, they went on change.org and made a petition
Oh, Lord.
for people to go sign. And 360,000 people have signed it so far, which, what's signing a petition do?
Yeah. I hope
know what I'm
nothing. Stop giving people power. Haven't earned it.
I think your name without a little money behind it sometimes doesn't mean a lot. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? If you put it on Kickstarter, then you'd really know where these people, were at. It feels like, hey, you can sign the petition, but you got to give $1 to the cause.
Right.
They'd be like, I'm not going to. Because I could sign it right now, and I have no idea what's even going on with it.
Right. There's people that's like, that's pretty crazy. Sure.
Yeah. And for those people that are like, what does he talk about? You shouldn't have to pay. You don't have to pay to vote. You don't? You sure? Just saying. Petition and voting are different.
Yeah.
So if you want Shaggy in Mortal Kombat 11,
Don't tell them
for
where to
whatever reason,
Don't finish
Don't tell
that
them where to go.
sentence, Gabe.
go to marriedtothegames.com and get you a mug.
Yes.
We'll see what happens.
Yes.
see if we have Ed make the call. Chris, what else you got?
I am out. That was my last story, sir.
Okay, my last one is there was a new game called Apex Legends that came out this week. Gosh, I like that game. I'm liking it.
So happy you do.
I'm weird. I don't even know why. I don't even know how it grabbed me so hard. I don't even know what it is. It just it feels good. Feels good. All right, Ed, what else you got something for us?
Yeah, I do. Over on the YouTube channel for Married to the Games, we've got the end of, as opposed to Shaggy the Singer. Lego Batman, the video game ending, and then Lego Batman 2 DC Superheroes Parts 1 and 2. That full run through is there. And would you like some new Game Pass games for February?
Already, man? It feels like those are coming out quick.
They're going crazy over there, and I'm loving every minute of it.
I guess last week you talked about rumor, and then this week you're talking about what actually is there.
Exactly. I don't think any of them...
Okay.
Yeah. So starting February 7th, you can get Shadow of the Tomb Raider.
Yeah.
You can also get...
Is that the good one or the bad one?
That's the new one. It depends on who you ask.
Okay. Is that the one where she looks wet in water or doesn't look wet in water?
That's the one where she does not look wet in water.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. I know which one it is then.
Also, you can get The Walking Dead, the complete first season. And if you haven't played that game, come on. That's like the Skyrim. It's everywhere. You have no reason. And also Pumped BMX Pro.
Okay.
On February 14th, you can get Da Blob.
Ooh.
On February 15th, you can get Crackdown 3. And they just announced today, in celebration of that, right now you can download the original Crackdown and play it for free.
Oh!
Thanks to backwards compatibility.
Nice!
So yeah, go check that out. And then on February 21st, Batman Return to Arkham, which is Arkham Asylum and Arkham City.
Wow!
Right?
And, I don't know if it was yesterday, they announced for free on Xbox Apex Legends.
What? I'm not familiar with that game.
I think it's not, but this one doesn't go 15th to 15th. There's something different that they're doing with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't remember exactly, but I think because Xbox Live is trying to be on PlayStation, you can do it over on PlayStation too.
Oh, okay.
You can
Gotcha.
download the same game.
I'm going to take note of that. Apex?
Yeah, we write that down.
Okay.
It's APEX
Okay.
Legends. I think there's a D in the middle of that word.
Okay.
And a G.
Not Legends. Legends.
No. Legends. Yeah.
Not
Okay.
Legions?
No, it's not Legions. Don't
Okay,
confuse it with Apex Legions.
Of course not.
Apex Legends. I'm going to have to look that up because I've not heard a thing about that.
It's on the Xbox
Okay.
as well. Oh, shoot.
Jeez.
Well, each week we ask you guys a question. Last week was no different. Thanks, Ed, by the way.
You're welcome.
We asked, what is your favorite vehicle in a game? I got excited when I sent this tweet out because I didn't edit the show last week. I totally forgot what the question of the week was. So here go the answers. Over on Twitter, Splig at Dopalicious. He says, does Yoshi count? I say Yoshi does count.
Yeah.
And Miss Bread Fan at Mrs. Bread Fan says, that is what my answer would be. I love that. Yoshi.
Okay.
Best vehicle in gaming.
All right.
Muir
Mueller.
Dragon.
Say that again.
Muir.
I wish people could see the video I'm seeing on Google Hangout right now.
I know this is our first time doing a video thing since like Christmas. We're not recording
We just
it.
never turned off the video.
Yeah, we just never turned it off. I don't know how to say his name.
Okay.
Or her name. Shoot, I don't even know if it's a boy or girl name. Doggone it. MUIRDRAGONNE.
Muir.
That's right. Isn't that what I said? Yeah.
I just sped it up a little bit.
Exactly. Somebody asked me the other day, they were like, wait. Is his name Kurt or Kirk? I was like, I don't know. I just fall off at the end. And he's going to answer to either one.
Yeah.
Oh, what up, Kurt? You have no idea. And he's none the wiser. The jetpack wings in Just Cause 3. So much fun flying around.
That's pretty cool.
I love jetpacks in
Yeah.
games. Professor Weird at Professor Weird. Your ship in No Man's Sky.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Ed, which one of you guys was it that dabbled in that?
I did.
Ed.
And
I broke it a lot. I got stranded a lot. I mostly walked.
exactly. That's how I'm. Oh, I forgot to mention I'm playing Far Cry 5 right now. That's why I'm walking everywhere.
Oh, snap, dude. Are you liking it?
I am liking it.
Good.
Nice.
I'm
It
really
feels
glad.
like Far Cry, and that's what I want.
Good.
I want it to feel like Far Cry, and
Yeah.
I like the story. I
Yeah.
like this whole and with this New Dawn thing coming,
Yeah.
I had to do this before I can do that one.
Right?
Is that, which by the way, is the New Dawn, is that another one of the February billions of games that
No,
are
I
coming
think it's
out?
a little late. I think it's like March.
Okay.
And I think we discovered that it's 17 years after the events of Far Cry 5.
Okay.
Over on Facebook, what's your favorite vehicle?
Oh, Far Cry New Dawn. I'm sorry. February 15th.
What?
What? No.
Are you serious?
That's what it says on Amazon.
Shut up. I'm firing up PS4. What does their store say?
PlayStation's store, PlayStation.com says Far Cry New Dawn. Release date 2/15.
Oh, snap. I got one right.
That is next week, y'all.
Oh, man.
How?
Sorry, old games. It was fun knowing you for a little bit.
I got Apex Legends to play for a little while. And isn't Anthem like the week after that?
Yes, the 22nd. Woo, Black History Month. Let's go.
Right?
Woo, we got us
Wait
one,
a minute,
baby.
wait a minute.
Harriet Tubman,
New
we
Dawn
got us
is
one.
$50?
No, it's $39.99.
What?
Not digitally.
Black History Month. Come on. MLK, we got us one, baby.
Shoot, on PSN it's $49.99.
Okay, it depends on the standard edition. Digital code is $39. Deluxe
Oh
edition,
yeah, you know what? This
$49.
is deluxe edition. I'm sorry.
All right.
I was looking through. I do not want that one.
I know.
Standard.
I don't care what my horse looks like.
Exactly.
I'll save $10.
Oh my
Doggone
gosh.
it, man.
I know,
I'm
right?
telling you.
All right, man. February's gonna kill us all, or kill our wallets.
I know. That's the truth. Goodness gracious.
Gracious.
Black History Month, man.
I'm telling you,
Tupac, we got us one, man. We got us one, Tupac.
man. 2%.
Mark, okay, so the question of the week was
Night show.
night. Oh, Router's gonna be sad he missed out on this one, man. What was your favorite vehicle for a video game? Alver? Mark Alver? Sweet Tooth, Twisted Metal.
Hey, I'm good with that answer.
Who doesn't love a demonic clown and an ice cream truck?
Oh, jeez.
I mean, when you got kids, you don't like them no more. Like, hey, Amaro, we're going to stay inside on this one.
Right.
Tim Paulin, 1969 Chevrolet Nova in Forza Horizon 4.
Ooh, nice.
Said with a T. The Chevrolet Nova in Forza. The T's are silent. The T's are said on both of them. Oh man, doggone it! I got myself another one. Chongy.
It's Chowfie.
No, Chongy Randall Taylor.
Okay.
CHONGIE. This is a Facebook group. Facebook group on the pop in. Y'all need to come through.
Right.
Just saying. Gotta be the buggy from Borderlands.
Oh.
Only from the fond memories of split screen with my wife, and she would pull up the map on her screen for me. We're co-op for life.
Yep.
Good for you guys.
Awesome.
Telling you, a couple of games together stays together.
Mm-hmm.
And if they divorce, it's probably a good reason.
Blame the Force. What? I don't know.
Jeez. What in the world?
I don't know. I felt like it needed a rhyme.
Yeah, I got you. It's all good. Man. Over on Discord. Discord is so much worse because I can see you guys. This is bad radio. Shep Dog on Discord. The boat in Italy from Tomb Raider 2 has to be my favorite. I love taking it up the ramp and driving it through the glass windows of the buildings along the canals. Honorable mention to the Jeep hitch combo in Uncharted.
Oh yeah, that was good.
Yeah. What was really good was how they worked that wire from the hitch and how it would really bend around the trees and everything.
Yeah. Those mechanics were really impressive.
Really impressive.
Those little details, man.
Yeah. Hollywood Bowl! Ow, 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 ow. He's turned into Teen Wolf. Being able to drive the 89 Batmobile in Arkham Knight was amazing.
Yep.
Fluxel, I gotta agree with him. This is a good one. The first time I'd ever seen anything like this.
I'm having trouble connecting to the internet.
What the freak?
Look at the help section in your Alexa app.
Alexa.
Which vehicle do you like driving around in a video game?
Yeah, you scaring me.
I'm having trouble connecting.
Okay, that's fine.
Take a look at
What in the world?
in your Alexa app.
She's drowning.
Possessed by a
Save
demon.
her.
Please ask Cortana to save me.
Yeah, exactly. If you ding again, you getting unplugged, girl. All right. Fluxel.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. The hover racers from the Wipeout series.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah, that's hard to follow up that Alexa business.
Yes.
Thank you guys so much for answering the questions. We appreciate y'all. And you know where to find us. Facebook.com/married to the games. Twitter.com/MTTGcast. Of course, marriedtothegames.com. I already told you what happens if you come get a mug. And like Ed said, YouTube.com/married to the games. And on Patreon, if you want to throw $1 in the tip jar, well, we appreciate it, y'all. Woo. That's right. We sure would. We'd appreciate that. Thank you guys so much.
Yes.
And shoot, Chris.
Rate us on iTunes because we need help, y'all. Far Cry New Dawn comes out next Friday. Just help us out. Help us feel good because I'm feeling stressed right now.
That's right. I like it.
Yes.
Well, let's get into some questions.
Alrighty, starting over on Discord, BDog1221. If you could be a master chef, best in the world at one dish, what would that dish be and why?
Steak and taters, because steak and taters.
Nice.
Christopher?
Shoot. You know, I don't know that I can think of an exact one, but I want to be really good at making some kind of pasta dish.
Oh, nice.
Oh.
It could
okay.
be like fettuccine, or it could be lasagna, or something that's pasta related. Like I'm talking from scratch.
Yeah.
Like all that. Like I want to be able to do all that, and it'd be like awesome.
Ooh, I like that.
I can't do any of that.
Yeah. I would want to be really good at, everyone says they make a really good guacamole.
Oh, that's a great idea.
And everyone says they're the best at it, and I want to be actually the best at it and blow everyone's mind.
I was going to say, what is your answer going to be? Because you're always making all this amazing food on Twitch, and I'm like, you over here like faking it.
Yeah.
You really can make all this stuff, and you're just rolling with the answers. But no, I hear you. Because there's probably not going to be a HelloFresh guacamole.
Exactly.
And guac is great.
Guac is great.
I totally agree.
Double O negative. If you had the know-how and the means to do it, what type of game would you create?
Shoot.
I don't know what I'm missing in my life right now.
Probably. It's got to be. It would be linear.
Yeah.
It would be, in that realm of like The Last of Us, where like it just has a bunch of heart and tells a great story.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's considered action adventure or what, but something
Yeah, I
along
would
those
say
lines
so.
where you're a little on rails. I'm not gonna have people just wandering about, but I want it to be a great 15 to 23 hour experience.
Yeah. That's good.
Thanks. What is that? What you say too?
Yeah, I would go like an Uncharted, got a little bit of sense of humor in it. And
Yeah.
if I had the know-how and the means to do it, and I'm creating the game, then you guys, we are all in it, right?
Woo-wee!
Yeah.
At least his voices, baby. Let's go.
Exactly. So I don't care what type of game it would be. I would just want us as the cast.
I love it. Christopher.
I would make some kind of multiplayer shooter.
Yep.
Because I've played enough of them that I feel like I could at least somewhat wrap my head around and come up with some cool new twist or concept that would work. And if not, like it would be a game that's constantly persistent, a game as a service kind of thing, to where it's constantly changing, like an Overwatch or a Call of Duty or something like that.
Yeah.
There you go.
Over on Facebook, Brian Neebs,
Road crew.
for $250,000, would you trade in everything you own that has to do with gaming? Computers, consoles, games, phones, iPads, controllers, action figures, etc.
For a $250,000?
No.
No,
I mean, well, okay,
the
hold
struggle
on.
ain't
Does
that
that
real
mean
yet.
can I just buy it like right back afterwards?
Sure.
Oh, then
Oh,
yeah.
then yeah.
Yeah, I would.
Exactly. If I get to buy it
I'd be
right
like,
back.
and I'd be like, I'm not paying full price. That's used goods.
Yeah. Yeah. If I could buy it right back, for sure.
Yeah.
If I can't buy it all back, that's not quite enough money.
No.
Yeah,
no,
that's not enough. That's
I definitely have a number,
Ooh.
but that's not it.
Okay.
oh, you do. Interesting.
I mean, don't we all?
I don't
Would
know,
that mean
man.
you would never play games again? If you couldn't buy them back?
Oh, man, that's steep. I'm just saying, if somebody came through with something crazy and was like, listen, you got to trade all your gaming stuff in, but here goes $50 million. I'd be like, well, looks like my happiness is coming from experiences outside the house. Who want to go to Italy, Japan, Italy again,
I'm gonna
France,
see this thing
UK,
called
Australia,
Sunlight.
New Zealand. Yeah, exactly. Who's trying to go to Chris's house and then Ed's house, then back to Chris's house?
Jeez.
I guess we are venturing outside the county. All right.
Exactly. And I think you guys would be like, oh, look, my house is paid off. Chris's house is paid off. Everybody's
Right.
house is getting paid off. I'm glad Gabe's never playing video games again. Now I don't have a mortgage.
Let's see. Jason Lorette. Oh, he's got some rapid fire movie questions.
Yeah, let's go. Brrrah.
He's got the comedy edition.
Ah, here we go.
The Burbs or The Money Pit?
Never saw either of those.
I'm gonna say Burbs. I don't think I've seen Money Pit, so I'm going Burbs.
I'm going Burbs.
I've never even heard of Money Pit, so I got to go Burbs.
48 Hours or Trading Places?
Ooh, for a long
Trading
time, I thought that was
Places.
the same movie. Ooh.
I'm going Trading Places.
Yeah, Trading Places. Is that the one where they make the bet? The old white men make a bet?
Yep.
Yes.
Yep, Trading Places.
Vacation or Animal House?
Never seen either of those.
I'll go Vacation.
I'll go Animal House just to split the difference. I like them both.
Okay.
Meet the Parents or There's Something About Mary?
Ooh, Meet the Parents.
You know what? This is one of those weird, crazy things. I've not actually seen either one.
Really?
Yeah,
Nice.
it's one of those. Always one of those movies where it's always like, oh yeah, I'm going to see that, and then it's been
Just
like
goes
years. I'm
past
like,
you.
wait, I've
Yeah.
never seen either.
Yeah.
I'll
I'm
say
gonna
something
meet
about
the-
Mary just to split the difference again.
I feel like if you're in a room full of people, you can always say meet the parents.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You got to
yeah,
be
yeah.
with a
Yeah,
particular
just from
group
what I know of them, I
to see
think that's
something
true.
about
Yes.
Mary. Yeah.
Yes. Super Bad or The Hangover?
Hangover.
I never
Hangover.
saw Super Bad.
No.
Yeah, Hangover.
Airplane or The Naked Gun?
Oh, come on. Oh. That's a tough one.
You know what?
Shoot.
I watched them both recently, and boy, they don't hold up.
No,
They don't? Either one?
They are dumb. And I loved The Naked Gun so much growing up.
Yeah.
And I watched it with Sarah, and I was like, oh, I'm sorry. This is really bad.
You know, my knee-jerk reaction, I wanted to say Naked Gun, so I'm going to go with that one.
I got to go Airplane.
I would go Naked Gun still.
Really?
Yeah.
Shoot. You saw him recently. Airplane's not that good, huh?
No, I mean, they're
Oh,
both they're both
doggone
the
it.
same. I mean, it's
Yeah.
the same sense of humor, so.
I should say The Naked Gun because Airplane didn't have as many iterations.
Right.
So that should tell you
Yep.
something. All right, I'm jumping on the bandwagon.
Big or City Slickers?
City Slickers.
City Slickers.
I'll go Big.
Really?
Yeah.
Just to be different, or you mean it?
I don't
Big
think
is funnier than City Slickers?
in parts, and in parts, City Slickers
I'm
is
saying
funnier.
moo cow in a river.
I don't know, man.
I'd never liked those movies. I don't like movies with the premise that Big has. I don't think that's funny.
I liked Big. I liked it.
At the time, there were like a lot of those movies out too.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, I don't like the whole like 17 again, or I wake up and I'm a different age, and oh gosh, what am I supposed to like?
Yeah.
Maybe I got my fill on Quantum Break. I don't know, or Quantum Jump, Quantum Leap.
Quantum Leap.
That's what it was.
There you go.
We
And
got there.
finally, sorry, Gabe, Coming to America or Beverly Hills Cop?
Oh, why are you doing this to me? It's not right.
I'm going Beverly Hills Cop just for the soundtrack.
Yeah, but oh man, even though shoot, when you're thinking comedy, I feel like Coming to America
Yeah.
takes it. Even though I do like both.
I can't argue with either answer.
Yeah. Shoot. I mean, Mama call him Clay. I'ma call him Clay. I feel like Coming to America is way more quotable than
Yeah. Yeah.
Beverly Hills
Yeah.
Cop. Yeah, I gotta go. Let your soul go low. All right. They covered the gamut on that movie. Golly.
What'd you end up saying, Gabe? Coming to America?
I have to go. I gotta go. Coming to America.
Yeah. Over on Twitter, Alex at Alex_KY87. I've recently started studying philosophy. It makes you think
Ooh.
of some deep life questions, like is free will real or just an illusion? What's the meaning of life? And that leads to my deep question for you guys. How in the world do I beat this boar in AC Odyssey? I had that same question, dude.
Okay, look, you gotta upgrade your bow to where it's really powerful on the crit hits. Or you could, well, not really and you could also make it to where it can do like fire or poison. I think fire is a little stronger than poison.
Yep.
And I don't remember, Ed, maybe you know if you've reached them recently. I don't remember if the beasts that you fight, if they have vulnerability. Do you remember?
I don't remember specifically if they do. I just, and I'm fighting one now that I'm on easy, and it's like 5 levels below me, and I still
Yeah.
can't beat it. So just
That's annoying.
keep leveling up and coming back, I guess. I don't know.
The other tip that I will give you is that on the weapons, and again, it's been so long since I played, I don't remember what they call them, but basically you can like etch them and it gives them like a new attribute. And some of them are like legendary attributes, or you just have other ones. But
Yeah.
find one, especially if you have a legendary one you have not used, find a really good spear and put on one of the attributes that does extra damage towards animals.
yes.
Because the
That's
spear
good.
will let you stay at length a little bit more and still get the hit off and possibly roll out of the way if they charge at you, depending on
Yep.
which boar you're talking about. And then the extra damage obviously will help whittle them down a little bit quicker.
Right.
That was my strategy when it still took a while.
Yeah.
Granted, it wasn't like a walk in the park.
Yeah.
But I used those, and I attribute those for helping me defeat them.
Yes.
Whether or not they actually did, I don't know.
Yeah. All right, 2 more questions. Tom Merritt at Tom Merritt. With all the remakes we're getting, Crash, Resident Evil, Spyro, what games released in the last couple of years do you think will be remade in 20 years' time?
Ooh, so what's an instant classic is what he's asking. Ooh, 20 years time.
I could see, in 20 years' time, just because I'm assuming it's going to become a franchise with multiple iterations, I could see maybe Horizon being remade.
Yeah. Yep.
I think it's going to be tough to remake these games. Because I think the leaps and bounds that we've taken graphically in the last 20 years are not going to equal the leaps and bounds that we take in the next 20 years.
Yeah.
The games that we saw 20 years ago look really crappy compared to what we're playing these days.
Yeah.
Yes.
20 years from now, I don't think we're going to look back on Horizon and be like, we need that reboot because these graphics now finally are there.
Yeah.
But I'm going to go with a weird answer. I'm going to say something like Journey gets like some kind of reboot to where they
I could see that.
switch it up and take some of these indie ones and put some polish on them.
Yeah. That's good. I'm gonna say they're gonna try Recore again. They're gonna give that a shot.
Ooh, good idea
I don't
on
know.
that game, right?
The first part of it, yeah.
The bones were there.
The bones were there. There's something there.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, last one. Mike at Mr. Killjoy 756. We're gonna end with another quick fire.
Yes, you guys
we go.
came through on the quick fires.
Oreos or Chips Ahoy?
Oreos.
Chips
What?
Ahoy.
What?
No.
Edward, are you just being different? Are you just being difficult?
No, I would much rather have a Chips Ahoy. They're bigger.
Number one. Yeah, but you eat more Oreos.
No, why can't you have more Chips Ahoy? Why can't you have 5 of each?
I don't know. There's something about Chips Ahoy, even though I know that whatever that white stuff is in the Oreo is not real stuff. That's not for human consumption.
Plus, it's only spelled with one F. Stuff.
That's true.
That's true.
And cream doesn't have an A in it. It's like they just did their own thing over there in Oreo.
Yeah, exactly. Because they were like, we don't want to lie to the people like Taco Bell does by calling it beef.
Yeah, they're like, it's not from this planet. We're not going to spell it like it is.
Exactly. Yeah, I got to go Oreo on that one.
Barbecue or seafood broil?
Oh, barbecue. Dang it. I like seafood broil, though.
Yeah, I might go seafood broil.
Man, you are just against today. You have
No,
a
there's a
spirit
lot of
of
stuff
against.
in there, though, man.
Yeah, barbecue.
Barbecue. Super Nintendo or Sega Genesis?
Super Nintendo.
I only played a Sega, so I'm going with that.
Oh, Edward. What? Being ridiculous tonight. You were being ridiculous. I don't even know you. SNES, of course.
Okay.
I had both.
Better cook, mother or grandmother? Grandmother for me.
Ooh, wee.
I'm going mother. I'm going mother. Mama bread fan.
Yeah, you just do it because you're listening.
No, that's not the only reason. It helps. But it's not the only reason.
I'm going grandmother.
Alrighty.
My grandma my mom didn't really start cooking until we was in high school.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's like, it's too expensive to take these jokers out to eat.
And last one, I have to disqualify myself. I cannot answer because I don't know. Overwatch or Apex Legends?
Oh, come
I'm
on,
still
man.
going Overwatch. There's been some debate about like, oh, I could see Apex Legends taking people away from Overwatch, and who knows, maybe that'll be the case. But for me, they're so different. I still feel like Overwatch is just that comfort food that I can always come back to. I don't feel like it's ever going to go away for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Apex, this is the honeymoon phase. Let's see 6 months down the road, a year down the road, if I'm
Exactly.
still in love with it.
There you go.
I don't know.
If Apex takes a page out of Overwatch and Fortnite's books and are able to implement things in that way, and a year from now we can look back and say, dang, look what this free game has done, like people that play Fortnite, then maybe a year from now I'll say Apex.
Yeah.
But for today, I got to go with Overwatch.
There you go.
It changed the game. Saying it's so good.
So good.
Thanks, Eduardo.
You bet, guys. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Question of the week for you guys. Favorite game series? Favorite game series? Is it God of War? Is it Far Cry? Is it Call of Duty? Is it
Uncharted.
Tomb Raider? Uncharted for Eduardo, hands down. Look at that with the quick answer. Chris McCracken?
Got to be Metal Gear, right?
I mean, I have to go with Metal Gear.
Yeah.
But man, there's just so many. I've loved the God of War series. I've loved on the Call of Duty side, the Modern Warfare series.
Oh, man.
I really liked that.
That is really good.
Yeah.
Gabe?
I'm going to go with, I think I'm going to go with Mario.
Ooh.
Super
yeah,
Mario
nice.
Brothers.
Yeah.
I feel like you don't play one of those, maybe barring the second one, where you're like, oh, they were just trying to make some money.
Yeah.
They're usually always really, really well done, thought through. The level design is great. They changed the landscape of gaming.
Yeah.
We got introduced to Luigi and Mario in a bigger way on the NES. Yeah, I think I got to go Mario Brothers.
And with
Super Mario
Mario,
Brothers.
we learned that if you smack your vehicle, its tongue will pop out.
Your favorite vehicle. That's right. Y'all's doesn't do that? My Infinity does, for sure. Let us know what your favorite game series is, and we will talk about it next week. You guys are going to have some awesome answers.
Yeah.
Can't wait to hear it. Use hashtag AnswerMTTG. Router, we're doing this in memory of you, brother. We're sorry you missed
Yep.
the show. It was such a last minute thing too, man. What a bummer.
Yeah.
Yeah, it happens though.
Yeah, it usually doesn't though. In my 334 episodes of doing this, it's very rare somebody hits us up an hour before. It's like, I can't make it.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah. So thank you guys so much for listening. We so appreciate it. Episode 334 in the books. I'm Gabe Patillo. That would have been Tim Router. That is Ed Placencia. That is Chris McCracken. And we are married to the games, and we are up out this thing.